Hello, I'm Lawrence Beldon-Smyhte, English truth investigator at large in the USA. Wherever there's unusual cultural events, I'll be there, uncovering the truth. Unless it's high up, I'm really dreadfully afraid of heights. No, really, no truth-seeking above about this high. Anyway, like most good countries, the Americans have had their share of arguments in their time. One I've discovered, called the Civil War, was apparently pretty nasty. So to learn more, I came to Pennsylvania. I embedded myself into a troop of soldiers known as Confederates. I lived like them.
It's a large piece of pig, isn't it?
I learned to fight like them.
I got him!
And I battled fake Yankees with them, despite great personal risk. I'm very susceptible to sunburn, and it was very sunny. Wait for me! So join me on my journey back in time, because my name is Lawrence, and this is America.
I'll pack my favorite trousers, my toothbrush and my comb, 'cause America is calling me.
The state of Pennsylvania is in the northeast of the USA. Today it's best known for being fairly close to New York City and Canada. But back in the 1860s, Pennsylvania was a hotbed of action, all related to a big event known as the Civil War. I'm not entirely sure what started this lengthy conflict, but I do know it featured many battles between residents in northern states and their southern stated neighbors. Ultimately, when all the fighting stopped, the northern states were victorious, the southern states were ruined, and the country had proven how successful it could manage things when free of the evil British. I'm not criticizing, just saying maybe we weren't that bad. I mean, is coffee that much better than tea? Really? Anyway, Pennsylvania played an important part in this conflict. It was here the president at the time, this handsome devil named Abraham Lincoln, one of the few men in existence who could pull off that beard with no moustache and stovepipe hat look. It's tough to do, believe me. Ask my first girlfriend. Made an important speech at a place called Gettysburg. It was short, it inspired everyone and helped win the war or something like that. Today, thousands of modern Americans spend their weekends during summer remembering their conflict-ridden past. They dress up in costumes and stage fake battles called reenactments. Pennsylvania seemed as good a place as any to delve more deeply into this unusual activity. Hello, I'd like to enlist. So Union and which one is South? Is that Confederate or Union?
Confederate.
Confederate. I was granted exclusive access to this weekend event on one condition: I become fully immersed, just as soon as I signed the right paperwork.
If there's any accidents, we're not held responsible.
Okay. What kind of accidents?
Well, you might get hit by a bomb or whatever they call them, a cannonball. Doctor might have to take off your leg.
I'm almost certain she was joking. After signing away liability, it was time to get into costume. I mean, uniform.
Can you tell me a little bit about what I'm wearing?
You are wearing a standard-issue Confederate gray uniform. Your belt buckle is a standard-issue Confederate States belt buckle.
Confederate States.
Right. This is your cartridge box, which carries the rounds that go into your musket.
Right. Pretty obvious what this is for.
Obviously, yes. That was probably
right.
Very handy out on the field because they got hot in battle. You needed water. You had to stay hydrated.
Hello, Mother. Yes, I'm a Confederate soldier.
Hand it over, Private.
I'm sorry, I have to go.
Private Beldon-Smyhte. Where in 1864 they didn't have those.
Fine. The Beldon-Smythes are survivors. Obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be here. Unless I was adopted. After passing inspection, I was banished from my camera crew for the evening. They left me a small camera before fleeing to a nice, cozy bed and breakfast. Bastards. I'm a little apprehensive about the battle tomorrow. It's my first time I've ever been in a war, especially on the losing side. When they returned at dawn, they found this intrepid global truthologist's transformation to suffering Southern soldier was complete. One night sleeping on the ground will do that. First up, my first meeting with the Colonel, who holds my fate in his battle-scarred hands.
So is anyone going to Starbucks this morning?
No.
Confederate forces clearly had no personal space qualms.
That's yours for the weekend.
Thank
Take
you.
care of it.
How does it work?
These people take reenactments very seriously. Every effort is made to be authentic, right down to the living and eating arrangements. I never did find out exactly what that was. Probably best. During the real war, Northern soldiers were better equipped, better fed, and better organized. And this reenactment was no different. Look at those Nancy boys in their matching uniforms. They think they're so clever. Well, they may have fancier-looking stuff, but at least us Southern folk know how to march and do something called drilling.
1,
2.
1, 2. Shoulder, arms. Shoulder, arms.
There's a lot to remember when you're about to be in a pretend battle.
Ready. Commence firing.
Bang!
Bang!
After several long, arduous minutes of practice, my squad, or brigade, or was it a battalion, was deemed ready to face certain fake death in the upcoming battle. Our first brush with the enemy loomed. I hitch up my journalism credentials and reveal the true horror of pretend war next.